Good morning. It's Monday, the 25th of May, 2026, and I'm back in the South Pennines. I'm just standing on a viewpoint overlooking Rochdale. So over there in the distance, you can see some high-rise buildings. So that'll be the centre of Rochdale. And to the left, you can see a body of water. So I think that's Hollingworth Lake. Okay, I shall start my walk then. So this is the White House pub. Yeah. So the car park where I parked my car is just next to it. So when I finish my walk, hopefully the White House might be open and I'll have a drink. We'll see. Okay, on with today's walk then. Right, so this is where I turn off the road. I'm going to follow a little bit of the Pennine Way. Whoops. Okay. There's an information board here. Turley Holes and Rishworth Common. Did you know that you are less than half a mile away from the biggest moorland conservation programme in the whole of Europe? More Life is a £5.5 million project operating in the Peak District and South Pennine Moors to protect the moorland landscapes of Turley Holes, Rishworth Common, Bleaklow and Black Hill. Okay, well, I think there might be another body of water up here, so I'll just walk up this bank and see what I think I might be able to see. So this is Blackstone Edge Reservoir. Absolutely beautiful. So Blackstone Edge Reservoir is the first in a series of reservoirs flooding the nooks, crannies and hollows of Chelburn Moor and Whitehome Moss. Yes, I think we'll see some more reservoirs on today's walk. Okay, on we go then. Well, I was up at 4:30 this morning. Flipping heck. I am never up that time of the morning. However, it's Bank Holiday Monday today and I thought, well, let's get up early. It'll probably take about 2 hours to drive to the parking area next to the White House pub. So I thought, well, let's try and get here early before everybody else gets here. So I definitely did the right thing there. But it's busy already. I mean, there's a lot of people around already, so everyone else has had the same idea. But I think I certainly made the right decision to get here as early as I could. Also, we are officially in the middle of a heat wave. I checked the weather for today for Rochdale and it's going to get up to 29 degrees, so it's going to be flipping warm. So I thought it'd be good to try and get here early and try and get as much of the walk done as possible before it gets too hot, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it is going to be a cracking day, whatever. I continued along the track, where the views to the west were fantastic. Looking north, I could make out Pendle Hill in the distance. Wow, this is a nice little stone bridge. Ooh, Yeah. Fabulous. Okay, so yeah, it crosses this leat or goit, which apparently links the chain of reservoirs to supply water to the Rochdale Canal. Okay, right, on a bit further and then I turn right. So this is Light Hazel's Edge. What a great name. Okay, I think I can now see where I shall be turning right. Okay, so this was where I leave the Pennine Way now and turn over this way. Ah. Morning. Don't think he could hear me, he had his earphones on. I'm walking beside White Home Reservoir now. Lovely. Well, I've just checked the OS map and I see I've crossed into West Yorkshire. This is the Calderdale district of West Yorkshire. Yeah. I started the walk in the borough of Rochdale in Greater Manchester, and I think the majority of today's walk will still be in Rochdale, but the route will actually involve hopping over between the two counties at different points during the walk. Got some lovely views across Calderdale, fantastic. So this track is just curving round again, and it's just approaching a road ahead of me. Okay, so I've reached the road. This is Turvin Road. Okay, so just got to walk up the road for a little bit and then I turn left across the moor. So I'm back beside Blackstone Edge Reservoir. Ah, fantastic. But my way is just over here, across the road. Although there's not a definitive path, there is a public right of way across this little bit of moorland. So as long as it's not too boggy, I'll walk across this way, just more or less, keeping in the line of the pylons. Okay, back on the A58 then. So just cross over and take the path opposite. So I'm right on the county boundary between Calderdale and Rochdale now. There's a nice refreshing breeze at the moment, which is very welcoming in this heat. Okay, so just have a look down there. We're looking further into Calderdale, West Yorkshire. I think that reservoir down there, I think that's Bating's Reservoir. Okay. So I turn right here, across this footbridge. I'm now following an old packhorse route. Great, so I'm reunited with the Pennine Way. Just a bit further south than where I was when I first started today's walk. So the White House is just over that way. Can't see it from here because it's below the mall and there, but we're not far from it. And this is the Aiggin stone. It's a medieval route marker. There's a bit of an old information board there, so let's have a look at that. The Aiggin stone, a medieval guide stone for travellers, some 600 years old. Please respect our heritage. Supported by Little Britain District Lions. Great. I'm getting some wonderful views over across Rochdale again. You can see Hollingworth Lake in the foreground. I bet that's busy today. Okay, well, I'm just going to follow the Pennine Way south for a little bit as I'm heading up onto Blackstone Edge. The trig point on Blackstone Edge. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Blackstone Edge. I've never been here before, but this is another part of the South Pennines that I've wanted to come to for a long time. And I'm finally here today, and it is fantastic. I thought it would be busier than this actually, although it's still before midday, so it could get busier yet, bearing in mind it's bank holiday. Oh, just lovely. Look at that. So I can see Rochdale again over there, Hollingworth Lake in the foreground. And over that way, can just make out some very tall buildings through the haze. That's the centre of Manchester. Well, I've actually done the main part of the walk now, so I could just retrace my steps back to the Aiggin stone and then follow the rest of the Pennine Way back to White House. But I'm going to take a bit of a detour and follow the Pennine Way south for a bit. This is actually going to put an extra 3 miles onto my route, but I think for what I want to go and see, it's going to be worth it. So that is the famous Pennine Way footbridge that crosses the M62 at its highest point, which is here on Windy Hill. See the Windy Hill transmitter just up there. So yeah, I don't actually need to cross the bridge. I literally just wanted to walk from Blackstone Edge to here just to say that I've been to the bridge. But whilst I am here, I am actually going to see if I can walk over it. Here we go then. I think the thing I'm more worried about is my hat blowing off. Oh no, I've got no problem at all walking across this bridge. I'm just thinking of a certain suspension bridge that I couldn't cross last year. Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. So, looking down there, that's looking towards Rochdale, but the motorway that way goes to Liverpool. And looking that side, that motorway goes towards Leeds. Okay, I'll finish crossing before I lose my hat. Wonderful. I walked over it without any problem whatsoever. Fantastic. Hey. Okay, well, go back over it now. I've got to retrace my steps to Blackstone Edge, so back I go. Fantastic. Yeah, it is quite high, but it's not too bad. Great stuff. Okay, at least I can now say that I've crossed the M62 footbridge carrying the Pennine Way. Just got to make my way back to Blackstone Edge now then. So I'm back on Blackstone Edge now then. Must admit, there's a few people around, but I was expecting a lot more today, bearing in mind that we've got absolutely scorching lovely weather and it's Bank Holiday Monday. I thought there'd be hordes of people up here, but there ain't that many, so that's good. I'm not complaining. Okay, I'll just wander back over to the trig point. So I'm back at the trig point. Yeah, can see 3 people have been up here, but they're making their way onwards. But there is no one else up here on Blackstone Edge at the moment. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, well, I've just got to carry on along the Pennine Way, back to the Aiggin stone, and then I continue along the Pennine Way a little bit further, back to the White House where I started my walk. So I'm back at the Aiggin stone, and if I take the path ahead of me, that goes to the White House, as the signpost says. However, I'm going to continue following the Pennine Way as it goes down that fantastic old paved Roman road. It will take me round to the White House, but just a slightly longer way and probably and hopefully more interesting. Okay, down we go then. So I've made it back to the White House. Fantastic. That's the end of the walk then. It's been another lovely walk. I particularly enjoyed going to Blackstone Edge for the first time today. As I say, I've been wanting to get there for quite a long time now, so I've finally been there. Had I done the route as far as Blackstone Edge, that would have been about 5.5 miles. But because I decided to do that detour onto the M62 Pennine Way footbridge, as I said earlier, I think that added another 3 miles onto the route. So all in all, I think I've done about 8.5 miles. But it's been worth it, really has been. Okay, so I've just got to get back to my car now and then drive to the Premier Inn, because I'm staying in the Premier Inn in Rochdale again for another 3 nights. But before I do that, if it's open, I'm going to go into the White House and have one drink. And why not? A pint of Chinook from the Goose Eye Brewery. Delicious.